Hi, I'm John, team owner, Coen Brothers Racing. Today we're at the St George Motorboat Club here in Sydney, and we are racing at their club event today to test this boat for an up-and-coming Grand Prix. We're not far from the ocean here, and this is a very, very salty environment. We'll be able to clean the salt off the outside of the boat after this event. The water's looking quite flat right now, but it's definitely going to boil up and blow like it usually does, and we will have salt everywhere. So we can clean the bits that we can see, but it's the things that we can't see that will definitely, without doubt, cause us trouble later in the season. So I want to show you some tips and some things we do in preparation for the boat before a Grand Prix and during a race using the Lenatec range. This is Lenatec UP Ultimate Protection. This is a fantastic product. I can highly recommend it. This is a formula that was put together as to dry to a nice sealed finish with a very, very low tacky surface. We've been treating the vehicle with this product now. It's been on the vehicle for 12 months. Prior to that, prior to the use of this, we had a very, very expensive corrosion and rust problem underneath that vehicle. There was a lot of damage. It's now solved. The underside of our trailer, this trailer that we've got the race boat sitting on right now, is not galvanised. It is mild steel. The underside of that trailer has been coated with Lenatec UP. I don't have to worry about it. Salty environment, and it's common knowledge here that a lot of boats get electrical problems, and not so much today, down the track. And it all begins here with not being able to protect the boat from the corrosion and the salt that's entering some of our systems. Best Brock's just applying to the shaft here. We're applying that Type A grease. Our props are very, very expensive, and we don't want bush wear. At the moment, he's about to install a device called the load wheel. Because so many different interchanges of propellers and the load wheel, we don't want galling on this shaft. Very, very expensive gearbox. Type A just ensures us that it's just helping that go onto the spline. Nuts going on the thread. Brock's having a little giggle, he thought that was funny, but went on. It also helps prevent cross-threading. Pin that's going through the hinge right now is that a diver can pull it, and Brock also has a handle inside which he can pull it, and it simply pulls that pin. Now, without lubrication, a little bit of galling, a lot of vibration in this lid while the boat's going. If he had to pull that pin, or a diver needed to pull that pin and they needed access and it was jamming up, well, that's just more time wasted. The reason we use Type A grease on there is because if we went and sprayed a petrochemical product on there, we're going to end up with big rainbows all the way up that windscreen, and a lot of water's hitting that screen, so I need something on there that's not going to wash off. And Brock needs to see out that windscreen, he tells me, so we need something that's going to stay on that hinge and not make its way up into where he is, and it has to work. That's why we use the Type A grease. These are the 5-point racing harness. And you can see it's just a metal compound, but inside this part, they're square edges. Now those square edges, they're pretty open to galling, and when you've got the weight of a driver pushing upside down with the weight of his life jacket and everything else, we can't afford that to jam or have galling, and it can happen quite easy. Although the metal feels quite smooth now, the amount of times these belts go on and off, it's easy to get some galling going. So what we try and do is we will rub A-type grease and we polish it into the metal, and you can still feel a little bit of tackiness on that. But the beauty of that is these things, when he pulls that pin, pulls the pin to hop out of this boat, these things pop apart and he can get out. And that's why Brock does a cell test time and time. Lenatec general purpose. Great light lubricant, very safe to use around the home, office, kitchen. We use it because it penetrates and it works, and it offers that extra corrosion protection. We'll use this on our hinge pins, our wiring, and areas that we may be having difficulty with the bushes. We lubricate the bushes with this product. Penetrates quickly, gets the job done. Lanotec Heavy Duty Liquid Lanolin. Fantastic product. Protects against corrosion and lubricates. So this product here has a massive role to play in protecting our boat. We'll put this on all the electrics and solenoids, terminals, and it won't evaporate off, won't wash off. Very easy to handle our cables too, non-slippery.